Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. So, today is more of a transfer related video. I think we have to speak about a certain topic here because of the video that I did yesterday where I spoke about Erling Haaland and the fact that Borussia Dortmund are now asking a certain price. And some of you were cool with that, some of you were not. I completely understand that some of you were not, but I think in today's game and for what you are getting, I know it's a lot of money and I know money's ruined the sport, but I mean right now, look, what can you do about it? It's as simple as that. 154 million, and don't forget, it's a lot of money, but Chelsea won't just throw 154 million and that's it. We will be selling. Chelsea are a club that like to base their finances on net spend. So it means buying, but it also means selling. It means getting rid of some players. So don't be surprised to see some money generated from outgoing players, and that will contribute to the fee that we must put on the table for Mr. Erling Haaland to come to Stamford Bridge. So it's not going to be 154 million for Chelsea. It will be for Dortmund, but for Chelsea, it could be half that, depending on who leaves the club. So we'll see what happens. But today's video, I thought it would be beneficial to talk about the what-ifs. You know, Haaland isn't a certainty. We can't just put all our eggs in one basket and go, oh yeah, we're getting Haaland. As much as we want to believe, like personally, I think there's a good chance Haaland could be coming to Chelsea. I think we have a lot of advantages. That means he could be coming to Chelsea ahead of Manchester City. But it's not a certainty. So, realistically, we got to come up with alternative solutions. And we got to come up with alternative players that we might need to go for in order to solve this striker crisis which we have at the moment. And I don't think it's fair to put all the pressure on Timo Werner when even right now, he's getting used to English football and he's, you know, aside from that, missed quite a few open goals. I think we have to put our hands up to that one. But hopefully he's getting better, and it looks like he's getting better. And into next season, we get a new, fresh, adapted Timo Werner. But he's going to need someone alongside. Giroud might be leaving. Tammy might be leaving. We need a striker. So we'll talk about alternatives to Erling Haaland. If we can't get Haaland over the line, which other strikers are available? Before I let you know of who I think and who I've come across that I think would be a good deal for Chelsea, hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Don't forget to smash the like button if you do enjoy this video. Much appreciated. Check out my Patreon, patreon.com/YTF, as well as my YTF Podcast Clips YouTube channel. Link is in the description and also up here. Don't forget to click here at the end of the video. Now, before we get into the nitty gritty, I want to ask you guys something, because I've done a tier list video for ranking Chelsea managers under Roman Abramovich since he bought the club. All of our managers, I thought, let me do a tier list, and I'm going to do more. But I want to ask you guys, do you like tier list videos? Please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback, because in terms of views, it didn't do anywhere near as well as the others do. When I talk about transfers and all of this, it's decent and I know all of you are engaged, but the tier list one was a bit of a flop. You guys asked for it. I thought I'd provide it. Do you want it or do you not? Let me know. I'd love to hear. I think I might just do it anyway and add it as a plus. So you might be getting double upload days. Just, you know, for me to just add something on whilst it's the international break. It does mean we all have a little bit of free time. I might add that on for you guys. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your feedback. Now, let's get into today's nitty gritty. Today's nitty gritty is about the alternatives to Erling Haaland. Who is out there? If we don't get Haaland and he goes off to Man City, or he might stay at Dortmund, you never know, but which other striker can Chelsea go for? Well, I've come across this which has come out from Matt Law. Matt Law is Matt Law. As much as he raises controversy, especially when it comes to Antonio Rudiger, he is someone still that has good information around Chelsea Football Club. So let's check this out, and then we'll dive into what Simon Phillips has to say, because he is also someone that's quite reliable. Let's check it out. Here's what Matt Law says. Chelsea are not the only club interested in Erling Haaland, which means alternatives will have to be considered, including former Stamford Bridge forward Romelu Lukaku, who has been in outstanding form for Inter Milan. This is a popular one, I feel. I feel like a lot of people say Lukaku, and personally, don't get me wrong at all. I'd have Lukaku any day of the week, and we should have had Lukaku back at Chelsea when Antonio Conte was our manager. Instead, we didn't provide Conte with Lukaku. We thought, let's go in for the next best thing and get Alvaro Morata, who most recently spoke about depression when he was at Chelsea. So that tells you how bad everything went for Morata at Chelsea, and for Chelsea with Morata. It was a complete, match made in hell. But anyway, Lukaku should have been the guy that we got. We didn't. Man United got him instead. He didn't really do that well at Man United. I think he would have done better at Chelsea under Conte. That's a key thing here. Under Conte, he clearly had a plan on how to use this striker. And now he's at Inter Milan. He brought Lukaku over to Inter Milan. He's absolutely killing it. He's absolutely killing it. So right now, in terms of a striker that you kind of want, who is lethal in the box, who is physical, who is powerful, fast, can hold up the ball, can link up very well, can get into good spaces, can make good runs, and is good in the air, Lukaku pretty much ticks every single box there. So I would have him any day of the week. But there's a few stumbling blocks, and I don't want to get all of your hopes up, because I think there is 0% chance of this deal possibly even happening. No way Lukaku will come back to Chelsea. It will not happen in a million years, and I will be surprised. And I know money talks. Nowadays, we live in a society where, you get the dollar out. You can do anything you want. But I think there's too many complicated issues on the table here that comes in the way of allowing a transfer like this to happen. Firstly, Lukaku was a Chelsea player. And this is just embarrassing for Chelsea as a whole. Chelsea are reluctant to get Declan Rice. That tells you everything you need to know. Declan Rice was an old academy player at Chelsea. He went off to West Ham as an academy boy. We got rid of him, yeah? And now Lampard, when he was at Chelsea as manager, he wanted Declan Rice to come back in. Chelsea were very reluctant in getting Declan Rice because they would see it as a slap in the face. They would see it as an embarrassment that we are now going in for a player who once was a Chelsea boy, and we're having to spend, 80 million on this guy that we had in our own academy? Embarrassing. It's the same for Lukaku here. We had Lukaku. We had him as a senior player. And he went off. Went to Man United, at Inter Milan. We could have got him when we had Antonio Conte. We chose not to. Flipping out. We went in for Morata instead. We had the option there. We chose not to. And now we're going to spend 80 or 90 or 100 million on getting him to Stamford Bridge now. Again, slap in the face. I don't think Chelsea would want to do that. There is no way they'd want to do that. And on top of that, here's the kicker. Antonio Conte is the stumbling block. Antonio Conte is the problem. You have to realise here, Conte and Chelsea fell out badly, very badly. If I'm not mistaken, there's an ongoing court case between the two, unless if it's been settled. I don't think it's been settled. I need to double check that. But Conte and Chelsea went to court to settle the way that Conte got dismissed, because he says that there were things there that intervened in how he could work. He was prevented from doing his job. Chelsea were like, nah, mate, you just stopped working. You didn't abide by your contract. You didn't abide by, you as an employee of the club. You didn't do your job. Like, there was a whole thing. It ended really bad. So you think Conte is going to allow a striker like Lukaku, one of his best players, to go to Chelsea? No way. Absolutely no way. So I'm just putting this to bed now. I don't think this is happening. So if this is not happening, as much as I would take him, don't get me wrong, I'd have Lukaku any day of the week. I'm just saying I don't think this transfer is going to happen. There are other targets, and this was from Simon Phillips. Simon Phillips wrote a piece for The Sun. Now, as much as many people don't like to read The Sun, I understand, but Simon Phillips is someone that can be listened to. Very respected, knows what he's talking about. And if you don't follow him on Twitter already, make sure you do, because I think you'll have a lot of information from him if you follow him. So do check him out on Twitter, at Simon Phillips. He came up with one name. Actually, he came up with 5, but there's one name that stands out for me in this article that he wrote. And I'm going to mention him now. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. When I saw that name, I thought, how come I've not thought of this one? Calvert-Lewin. What a striker that would be, He's proven in the Premier League. Right now, he's absolutely killing it. He scored 15 club goals last season. He's currently on 19, That's a really good ratio. For someone who is 24 years old, an England international, I think can combine very well with his counterparts. When you look at Mason Mount behind him, you've got Callum Hudson-Odoi possibly there, Reece James pinging it to him for club and country, I don't want to push the England agenda. I'm not doing that. But I just think in terms of chemistry and in terms of someone who knows what the Premier League is all about already, it would work very well. He is a striker that has done wonders for Carlo Ancelotti, done wonders for Everton. He's someone who has developed. I remember when he was an average striker. Now he's not an average striker. Now he's very empowered in the air. He's very, very good in terms of holding the ball up. He's very good physically. He's very quick, has a great instinct. His instinct of finishing is second to none. Absolutely brilliant. So Calvert-Lewin is a striker that I feel no one talks about and should be spoken about. If we can't get Haaland, I would like to say, you know what? Let's go in for Calvert-Lewin and try and get him from Everton. It might cost us a bit of $1. I think it might cost us a bit of a fee. You know, it won't be cheap, but I think you throw a certain amount of money at Everton, they'll probably be inclined to accept. So I would say Calvert-Lewin is a good plan B if we can't get Erling Haaland. Now I want to leave the question with you guys. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Would you take Calvert-Lewin as a plan B if we can't get Erling Haaland? I certainly would. Would you? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear it. And again, don't forget to let me know about the whole tier list thing. Do you want to see it? Because if you do, I will provide it as an extra double upload on certain days for you guys. So let me know in the comments. I would love to hear it. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you did enjoy this video. Much appreciated. It helps me out a lot. So cheers. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. Patreon.com/YTF. And check out my YTF podcast clips channel, where you will find clips from the podcast that I upload over on Patreon. So check it out. Thank you all so much. Hit the subscribe button over there. I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care. And peace.